We started all the way back in 2013, technically, while I was still a student at RIT. And EGF, my origin was, I've been involved with esports since the early 2000s as a player, then working, with teams, and then ultimately working on the league and tournament side. And going into college, I had the opportunity to work for Residence Life and Student Conduct, spent 6 years doing that. And so EGF's original purpose came out of the role that I played in that job, trying to engage student populations on campus that weren't as interested in the more traditional activities that we would do in that role. So when we started organizing things on campus, from LAN parties to virtual meetups in Minecraft and stuff like that, it caught on really nicely. And then at the time when schools weren't quite ready to adopt and support esports the way that they do now, it was really about building a network of the grassroots clubs and organizations that existed at that time, and creating ultimately the foundation for what we do now. So fast forward, almost 8 years at this point, we now specifically focus on working with Division I college and universities in our collegiate space. We have the privilege of working with Disney and creating a national high school league, and then we recently extended into middle school. And the purpose behind that was to try to impact and interact with students from a middle school age all the way up into their collegiate career, to look at what the most impactful moments of that journey was for them, and to try to make that as frictionless as we could, whether they were looking at that from the competitive perspective or from a career development opportunity. And so now we specialize in the governance side of it. So, running and operating the leagues, which we do in partnership with all of our colleges and universities through elected boards and committees and things like that, and making sure students are always involved in those conversations. And then we provide a variety of resources to all of our schools that are more essentially focused on helping schools as they either initially invest in and ultimately adopt a program, or as they continue to extend on that beyond competition into things like education and research, social impact initiatives, and then ultimately their commercial success so they can sustain those programs.